Hey folks, it's Ken. Happy Sunday to you guys. The start of another week, another work week for most of us going back to work. We had a big vacation we just got back home from. So we're back home safe and sound here in Florida. Beautiful night. It's actually quite cool and crisp. It's a nice fall evening. So we took a week off, went to New York City and had some fun with family and friends. We saw the Macy's parade. That was one of the things that we wanted to do since I was a little bitty boy. Believe it or not, I said one day I'm going to go see that parade. Then Bridget and I got married, and that was one thing we collectively said. One day we're going to get to New York City and see that parade. So we finally did it this year. We went up to the New York City, saw the parade. It was awesome. I took some video with my GoPro, which I haven't pieced together yet, so look for that here sometime super duper soon. I think I mentioned I did a couple videos I put here on my channel from some little adventures in Manhattan. I'm walking around Floral Park, where my family live, but I'm here to show you guys something pretty cool, okay? About this time, right here, around this late December of last year, or early January, I showed you guys some poinsettias. Okay, my neighbor Nick, he lives right here. Okay, my neighbor Nick has a great green thumb. It's amazing. And right behind me on my shoulder there are his poinsettias. Okay, those are in the ground, living poinsettias that he has had for years and years. Ever since we've lived in this house, he's always had those out front. Now those aren't poinsettias that he goes out and buys and puts them in the ground. They've been there for a long time, and every year he trims them back at the end of the winter, Christmas, holiday season, and they take all year. They slowly come back, patiently come back, one leaf at a time, and by the end of the year, around this time, November, December-ish, they bloom, and they're beautiful reds. He has some white ones that are back there. They're not quite out yet, but I think it's kind of cool to be able to have those things right there. I've tried to grow them myself, but I'm not always successful. So I just think it's neat. You know, we left for New York, and it was just a bunch of green leaves, and we come back, and the red is out, the green flowers, the red flowers have bloomed. But speaking of blooming, let me show you guys something over here. In addition to seeing his poinsettias bloom, I saw something on my side of the street bloom. Okay, I love my Easter lilies. Okay, they're out in the front. They used to have them in the ground, but I dug them up, put them up front, because they were all in the back and nobody could see them. So now they're out front. But we pulled in, unloaded the cars. I said, "Oh look, how wonderful! Nick's poinsettias are blooming." Then I saw this guy right here. One of my lilies has bloomed. That was a nice little surprise. But it's not Easter. So why is the Easter lily blooming? I don't know. See, there he is. I'm thinking maybe this guy was looking out over here at those guys. He said, "Hey, why do you get all the fun?" So I think this guy bloomed to say, "Hey, I want to bloom too." I don't know, what do you guys think? I could have just made that up. Like I did just make that up. I don't think it's true, but it's fun to entertain the fact. Right? I don't know. I'm happy to be home, back safe on the ground, start to another work week tomorrow, and all that kind of good stuff. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Real quick side note, we are returning an old feature I used to have here on my channel. I used to call it the New Music Monday. Okay, New Music Monday basically was me buying old records and not having a record player to play them on. But I only bought them because I liked the artwork on the cover. It intrigued me. I was curious of what they sounded like. So I bought them, had a huge collection of stuff. And one day I said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I broke down and I bought a record player. Then I started playing them here on my channel as a part of New Music Monday. So I'm going to bring New Music Monday back starting tomorrow with two fun 45 records I bought while in New York City. While in New York City, a little area called Arthur Avenue, I picked up two awesome 45 records, 45 RPM records. I don't know what they're going to sound like at all, but they intrigued me, so I brought them home. Thankfully, they were safe and sound in my travel luggage. They didn't get broken. So tomorrow, meet me back here. If you care to, we'll be on my front patio playing records together and all that kind of good stuff. Okie dokie.